Hello and welcome back to another Beyond the Reason video. We're again on Altar's Divide with a 4v4 game. We're playing against Admiral Nemo, John Meadow, Domo31 and Glintor. We have Robin, we have Elite277, myself, whoops, and the Meat Hammer. I think we've played with the Meat Hammer already. As this game will just be standard 3 max or 2 max opening into a wind into the third max into another wind into the fourth max into a few more winds. We were lucky, we had a 15 wind speed, so we didn't really need a solar, so we just went into winds from the start. And we will start making our first construction bot and our Lazarus ready to eat all of the metal that is in the middle of the map. We're playing together with the Meat Hammer. I assume this is kind of my lane. Elite should hold this, and I'll just get this bit. I'll leave this one for Elite, and I am hearing the first few ticks coming from the Meat Hammer as we get our first construction bot out. We'll go into one solar just for constant energy supply, even though we have at minimum 4 wind speed, so it shouldn't really matter all that much. As the Meat Hammer is already almost out front, he hasn't built these two yet. 3 actually yet, so that is a mistake. Or in my opinion it's a mistake, just get one on the way at least. Now you're really early, but there's 2 of them and they will be contested by John Meadow and Admiral Nemo, so of course the earlier the better. As we will send our first Lazarus forward. The Meat Hammer has his Lazarus forward as well, ready to eat, as the Meat Hammer sticks are getting past the yellow player, Domo31 and John Meadow. But they look like they will get caught. Doesn't look like they will live out there. They might even get a little bit of value right here. Admiral Nemo isn't really paying attention, as the Meat Hammer's Lazarus will get shot down by a few ticks, as mine is just eating, just not that far forward. And we will try to snipe out his tick just one by one. Just try to win the skirmish just by poking out and keeping in and out of range, and using set target, of course, that helps a bit as well. As we do get the win, 5 vs 5, but minus on micro, so we of course got the winning trade. So Centurion will get called out by Robin immediately by a few grunts, which is great. Centurion's costly, so Robin should be winning from this point on. Elite 277 is walking forward as well. Doesn't look like any his opponent isn't there yet, as these few ticks of me are coming through, and we got a construction turret. Great value, honestly, just because a construction turret is 3.2k energy, as well as 230 metal, so that is a W for us. As he is just scaling, just building blueprints, more or less. He doesn't really have that much units. Well, the John Meadow is, but they both are keeping the commander in base. Glintor is finally walking his commander forward here. As am I. I do have a forward lab, and I will boost this construction bot out so we can produce our units a bit earlier, as we will start to get a Lazarus out and then start eating the lab. We are sitting comfortable at 720 metal, so it doesn't really need to be eaten right away, as we will probably finish this Centurion first before going into to eat the whole lab immediately. At least few units will just walk forward. The Meat Hammer is building a few LTTs as a radar as well, and behind I do have my Rocketeer slowly coming up. And now we have 2 construction bots right at the front as well with an empty lab, but it shouldn't really matter that much, as we will start to scale a little bit better as well, going in for a few construction turrets and a whole bunch of winds and a bit of a few energy converters, as Dommel is getting a great run by, actually hitting the base of Robin. These blitzes will do a bunch of damage, but depending on how he does it, he might even feed a little bit too much.
Commander,
but it doesn't look
destroyed.
like it, since Robin is walking this way, and now they will just slip past, and they will probably destroy like all of his base, or almost all of his base. He will actually get all of his maxes as well, except for this one. He doesn't go for that one, which is a mistake in my part, in his part.
Commander
we
destroyed.
are starting to get pushed, and the Meat Hammer's commander just got sniped by a bunch of maces. Didn't really pay attention, which sucks, as we do have our Lazarus right at the front immediately, ready to eat. We do have the Centurion as well. We'll go forward with the Centurion as well as the Rocketeers, but I mismanaged my Lazarus, which means I will not eat anything of that, just get sniped down by those few 3 maces, just hitting them all, as Glintor is pushing quite far right now. He's 1v2 actually, or it looks like he is 1v2. Yeah, he is, as Elite is helping Blue out, but Blue has just a thugs right on the hill, which will be hard to push through. And we are just slowly expanding. The Lazarus is trying to eat, we will not allow that, and we will just have these few Centurions ready to, well, stop any Lazarus from eating, as we will start walking forward, repairing stuff, and just trading out a little bit, trying to repair everything, of course, as the Overwatch tower is up, and we will just start eating right now. So a free 1.2k metal for me, as we will start building a few construction turrets at the front, ready to eat a little bit of this metal, as well as go into our first geo. And look at that, we got the whole turret. A D-gun comes off, so we get a free Centurion kill as well. And we will just start trying to eat, as the Meat Hammer is trying to push through, but pushing through a Overwatch tower is a bit hard. It isn't the smartest thing to do, in my opinion. He is just walking forward, and he is getting decent damage, but he isn't focusing down the Overwatch tower, so it is all for nothing, as I will just start to eat all of this metal. I do have 2 Lazaruses right back at base, still doing their thing, as we will go into our tier 2 lab, just because we have 1.5k metal in the bank. We have a decent income of 24, and
Commander
we are eating
destroyed.
Metal on the ground, so it is a bit easier, as the Meat Hammer is trying to repair everything and resurrect things, but you know, they will just get shot down by the Overwatch tower, because the Overwatch tower, he had one, he has seen one. And there goes the other Lazarus. So sadly it didn't quite work out, as I tried to get a D-gun off, but the few Centurions are just out of range, and I'm just waddling right back and forth trying to get a decent enough D-gun off, but it doesn't quite work out, as my line of Centurions are just right here. Now getting shot by the Overwatch tower, so we will just start walking a little bit to the side and give up a little bit of space. We won't be able to get through the Overwatch tower and the beamers that fast, so, and we are already going tier 2, so we do not really have to hurry. So I just ping fall back and just keep a line back there. I'm actually curious why I didn't build this one, but I guess it could have got shot down quite easily, as John Meadow and Admiral Nemo are going to eat, or try to eat everything up. We will finally use these two leverages ready to repair and resurrect, as they will try to get through us, but a few Centurions will just obliterate the maces, and especially the tick spam that is coming forward right now. Just a few ticks, probably a mistake, as they are just walking into their doom. As one Centurion got taken down by the focus fire of the maces, so we are just repairing this one just immediately with the Lazarus and the commander, so it actually just has infinite HP. Just a region of 100 or 200 health per second, so he just finally gives up, and we will start repairing and resurrecting everything. Dommel is spam pinging the push of elite, finding his way through Dommel's line with a whole bunch of tier 1 spam and a few pounders. He actually has 6 different units right here. Which is curious, but you know, it works. So he is putting the grave robbers forward as well, and a few of his grunts are getting through, just firing at the EK of the purple or pink player, and that actually stabilizes the forward position a little bit. But there is a gauntlet being made already as well, as Elite is just going crazy. More or less, the pounders are getting a few shots of at the Centurions now as well, which will just work wonders, as we have the tier 2 lab up, we have our first geothermal up as well, and back at base we are just scaling a whole bunch more wins. We are right now building our first construction bot with 3 butlers.
Commander
and we
destroyed.
are resurrecting a few ticks as well, probably on accident. And these 2 Lazarus will just get shot down immediately. Sucks, but you know, a mistake on my part, as these few Centurions find their way and find Admiral Nemo. Actually, we try to snipe him down, but it seems we are missing constantly. And when his cloak doesn't, you know, work out, we do actually get a bit of damage, but mostly we don't. It's still 50%, but it was quite worth it, just because he didn't have any energy, and green is just destroying a whole pink space. Pink luckily does have his gauntlet and Overwatch tower up, as we are actually getting sniped by the gauntlet, as you can see. And so we will just retreat beyond the gauntlet's radius.
Commander destroyed.
As the
Commander
destroyed. Gets destroyed, sadly, but they've done a whole bunch of damage already, which is great. They just need to go up. Dommel is dead as well. He has 2 construction bots, construction vehicles up, still left over, as Admiral Nemo is going into tier 2 as well, as his first few sprinted out and building his first construction bot right now, as well as we are building our first construction, advanced metal extractors, and we are building a few hounds ready to harass. And these butlers will just get assigned to the advanced construction bot, as well as my commander, who will help out, as these first few hounds just perch on the high ground will do wonders. As it's 8-7. We do not really have enough metal for it immediately, since we're also building a few hounds, but you know, it's fine, as the first metal extractor gets up. So this means we can build or just get a whole bunch more metal in our pockets. So we just send these hounds to the side of green, as I'm getting gifted 3 welders. I'm not quite sure what I should do with them. You know, I can't really use them unless I'll walk all the way through this lane with welders, but they're very slow, so I do not recommend that, as I just assign these to the radar and the jammer bot to the last hound, as the hounds from red is actually coming through and destroying the base of Robin, our blue player. As let's see, our second metal extraction will be upgraded, and there we go. We're getting a whole bunch of metal right now in the banks, as I have sent 2 construction bots to just build these few metal extractors in the front, since we never built them. We forgot about them, I suppose, as we are very big on energy. We just need more energy converters, more or less, and I am building a few turrets. If there are to come any leaks through, we should be able to catch most of them with just a few LGTs, as we have sent our hounds right now to the front. We're getting the first advanced metal extractors, as we do not really have vision, so we're just spreading out, trying to get vision. The radar bot and German bot is still quite behind, so they are a bit too slow. So we just focus fire on the few hounds coming in, as I am sharing a few hounds to Robin really quick, just to help out Micro, and then I am sharing actually every hound to Robin except for 3. I am just sending forward, just ready to, you know, kind of be a distraction, just trying to get as much vision as possible. I probably should have just kept 1. 3 maybe was a bit overkill, as we are going forward, trying to get a little bit of damage onto the build power. We are lucky we do get it, but I believe we don't. I'm sending it just as close as possible to the other turrets, so they actually survive, or I mean they actually get killed. So Radar and Gemma actually finally arrive and will provide cover for this last hound Robin has. So we will start building the second geothermal, and now we are lacking quite a bit of energy, just as we are beginning to build a few snipers ready to send to the front, as the second advanced construction bot is here, ready to build our first fusion and ready to scale a little bit better. As back at base we have the two last maxes that are now being upgraded into a few fusions as well. As at this side, he's just having his welders in the front, just repairing and tanking, just giving free damage more or less, which is a little bit of a mistake, but it really doesn't matter that much, as the few Rocketeers are here and Red is sending these hounds right back at us. I assume he... no, I think he ate them. Doesn't look like he resurrected them. He is building just hounds. And he's also going into tier 3 already, with a metal income of... it looks like it's 64. I'm not sure if that's a good idea, as we are hitting our the almost 100 metal a second mark, just by having upgraded all of our maxes and now going into the first fusions. We're also just big on the surplus of energy, so I actually just sent my advanced construction bot after the fusion to just go build more advanced energy converters, as our first few hounds, our snipers are at the front. We do have a whole bunch of welders to hold the line. As if sprint is just running, we will win quite hard. Just, you know, move back a bit. These snipers will get another shot off, so first more free damage, as these sprinters are trying to get through, but they will just get shot down immediately, only getting 1 kill, but they do get decent damage. As John Meadow is here as well, ready to eat everything he can. These snipers are just cloaked, of course, as the last two snipers are getting to the front, and the Radar and Jammer are assigned to the sharpshooters as well. As we will start a tier 1 lab as well, ready to get a few ticks or lasers out, ready to help. as we do get another fusion up and running in just a second. And we will start building a few more tier 2 advanced converters, because we are lacking a little bit of metal, and we are just trying to spread it out. But honestly, if something explodes right there, I think this one explodes, these few construction turrets will explode with it as well, as we will start scaling up build power a bit better as well. We also should upgrade the geothermal, but I probably will forget, because I forget geothermals quite often, which is a mistake on my part, as we do get a few archangels out and sending the Lazaruses to the front, as John Meadow actually spots a little mistake and we'll try to go for these snipers. There are actually 5 of them, and we'll just walk these snipers right into the welders again, trying to keep the radar alive, but it won't quite work, as these Lazaruses and a few anti-air guys will just get taken down immediately, as we are just instantly going to spam welders a bit more and ready to hold down the spawns, trying to get through. There's a flame tower thrower as well, doing a decent bit of damage, not too much, not too less, as I really need to bring these welders to front, as a few sprinters find their way back, almost finding the jammer. They do find I think it's a archangel and a sharpshooter, but these sharpshooters are still doing quite well. 21 kills, slowly going up against tier 3. As the first Razorback is here as well. We just need to focus fire on the Razorback. Another shot, another shot, another shot. There we go. As we are just walking through again, and as we do see the Marauder, we will just focus fire on the Marauder with these snipers immediately. 2 shots should do it, I think. Oh, just 1. As these welders are just at the front, ready to at least destroy a little bit of build power, or we are trying to. There we go. It isn't. We can't really destroy it easily, which sucks, but slowly but surely we are. As he also has a whole bunch of solars. Probably should have been better to destroy this as well, since this produces just 330 energy, not that much actually. As we are still building more energy converters, back at base we are building also more energy converters. We're sitting at 5k metal right now, 110 a second, but we are lacking a little bit of energy right now, as our army got taken down, but we do have 3 snipers cloaked, still in his base, and he doesn't know, because he doesn't have a radar back at base. The radar's right there, so they're safe, as a few ticks and pawns are still standing there, so it is a little bit hard to get through, as I want to try to activate them and try to get this build power, but it doesn't quite work out. This build power is also quite useless and isn't doing anything. As we finally upgrade the geothermal for a little bit more energy, we also have a whole bunch of construction turrets right here, helping to pump out more tier 2, as the spiders of the meat hammer actually just crawl by the pork, the gauntlet and the jammer and everything. He also did a welder assault, it seems, as it just got broken down by the fat boys. As I actually shared my rocketeers back to him, since I didn't use them. I could also eat them, but you know, I was too late with that, as these few spiders will actually find a way to the John Meadows smaller base. As we actually activate the snipers, and we try to get at least a bit damage, but it actually just shot right in between. You can actually see the impact, and we didn't even take down a single little bit of build power, which sucks. I think we should have just gone for the advanced metal extractors, as we have a whole rest army, more or less, as there is Razorbacks just walking in, and I am giving my army
Commander destroyed.
the order to just walk through and to take care of these razors, because we do not want them to actually push through here. There's a whole bunch of tier 1, tier 2, but razors are pretty good at taking care of them, unless there are like sumos, but they're faster than sumos, so they can just walk past. So I am actually just walking forward right now, and these few spiders are actually finding a whole bunch more value again, finding the yellow base and the pink base as well, as he also has more spiders ready to crawl over, as the army of welders, the army of sharpshooters again, and we're still making them. We have 150 metal a second. We're doing great in eco, and we actually start eating our tier 2 lab, ready to pump out it into our first fusion. I actually want fusion for once in the game, or AFUS, I mean, advanced fusions, because these are of course the fusions. I mean the advanced fusions never really do it. But you know, I was feeling it, and we are just scaling our energy scaling stove as the advanced fusion gets up, ready to boost our eco to oblivion with our team as well.
Commander
as my front
self-destructed.
line actually arrives, but the commander self-destructed as they give up, and it's GG. So just in time for my first AFUS, and if AFUS
Battle ended.
ready to get out. Let me see. Actually, red did the best in terms of eco scaling constantly. I mean, it's fair. He went to for a tier 3 pretty early, and we caught up quite fast actually. Or well, quite fast. We took off as well, and then exponentially it increases, of course. So this was just the only game I will cover in this video today. It was an Alterous Divide 4v4. I do have a few more games I want to cover, like I think these two. I think I will cover them later today, as well as Esker Creek, and probably this one as well. So actually a few more games. I'm not sure. Probably will cover them tomorrow, because I don't really have the motivation to make a few more videos. I'm a bit down lately, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.